Good afternoon, everyone. It's a little bit unfair for me to give this presentation to competing against lunch. So I'm sure all here you are definitely smart investors and really love mining. Okay. So we have a small team. Only 3 directors. Our chairman is a legal background. He's looking after our corporate and legal business. And we have 2 geologists on the board, myself and Graham. Graham has some discoveries in gold under his name. And myself has been actively exploring lithium and built a lot of connections into Chinese market, understand the market better. And I did a PhD in geology. And when I heard people talking about gold, kaolin type, organic, super high grade, I got super excited. That's my PhD about. And for Australasia gold, Australasian metals, all our project in Australia, and current focus is silica actually. Silica is everywhere, but in terms of the high pure good stuff, it's very rare for you to find something like that. And in our portfolio, we have lithium, which again, lithium sounds like a dirty word right now. Everybody talking about lithium, the market is going down. But in the end, I will talk about some of the gold asset we have. And we have some work on target we are going to drill. And in terms of technical support, we are working with CSIRO and UWA, give us a lot of help and guidance. So why high purity quartz? Personally, I have listed 3 companies since 2021 because I think I was really lucky to recognize lithium is the next thing early than the market. So we had some success. I'm the founding director of MAusIMM Resources. We made a discovery in Canada, Quebec. We defined 80 million tons at 1.15% lithium. First 10 years strip ratio is 1:1. It's a significant world-class discovery. So when we are in the right market, right commodity, big discovery, we drive our share price from 20 cents to $2.6. But since last year, I got a lot of contacts or shareholders come to me say, Qingtao, find us some high pure quartz because it has wide applications, especially the high-end stuff with what they call it 5.9, which is 99.999, and your impurity profile can dictate what the applications you can tap into. If you're lucky, you can get into, let's say, battery technology, you can get into semiconductors, electricals. Those require pure stuff. And right now, everybody talking about AI revolution. If you imagine in the future, you have a robot, let's say, the robot won't have aware. I would think he has his own energy solution and maybe have battery with it. So fundamentally, that revolution requires silica, electrics, chips. That's where the high-end quartz can be, that market can tap into. So that's the reason I like this high pure quartz space a lot. So just to give you some numbers in terms of Australia, the solar panel manufacturers, the energy renewable power right now is only 40% or less in Australia, let's say. And by 2030, that energy solution need to take up around 82%. And there's already $1 billion investment from the state-owned fund into this space. And also, there's a lot of government grants, incentive program to support this industry to build Australian-made supply chain in this solar panel space. And for high pure quartz, if you can use the quartz to produce crucible, and the interior of the crucible is a consumables. You have to use it constantly. Yes. So that is a hard demand for high pure quartz. Of course, China. We will say, what commodity you want to do? You want to do what China need most. Every time when China needs, the price is going up, which is good. So you can say there's a lot of investment from the Chinese government and the private sector into solar panel system, so silica space as well. So how you price them? If you only have a raw material can achieve 99.8% above, let's say the beach sand, that relatively low purity stuff, you may only get a price around 30, 40 US dollars per ton CIF. But that is for bulk. You have to produce volume. You sell to your end user at big volume, small margin, but big volume. And then when you can, if you are lucky to produce 4 nines, the price will be around 500. If you can do further, 99.997, it's around 800. But if you can achieve 5.9 with low impurity, the price above 4,000, the high hit 80,000 US dollars per ton. Even they say there has a price crash this year, which still the high end 5.9 material is 12,000 US dollars per ton. And the buyers in this industry, they appreciate if you can constantly produce good volume, good quality material, they can pay a premium. So this long-term offtake contract can be in place. And also high purity quartz, when we're talking about electrics, that material, you cannot produce high purity quartz just by purifying your quartz. It's actually, you need to produce silicon metal and use the silicon metal to grow the polymetallic, the silica high purity quartz up to 8 nines. That's why this high-end material is so rare to find to start with, and the refinery processes will be a key to unlock the full value. So what do we have? Right now, we have option to acquire a high purity quartz project in Northern Territory, Central Australia. It's 208 kilometers away from Alice Springs. And according to our current assay results, the traditional threshold, the key challenge for a lot of quartz is they really have high aluminum, tantalum, and lithium. Because once those elements in your system, there's no known technique to get rid of them easily. Even you with acid leaching, magnetic separation, flotation, everything, because all those elements prefer to sit in the lattice of the inclusions. So once it's in your system, really hard to get rid of. But for some reason, for our Dingo Hole project, or naturally, or quartz has really low aluminum, tantalum, and lithium. That's where this distinguishes project from other peers. Also, if you look at our tenements, it's around 36 square kilometers. And in the middle is outcropping, is shallowly dipping. The strip ratio, the mining cost will be really low. It's sticking out in the surface. If we use aluminum, tantalum, and lithium as an indication of the pure grade of quartz, you can see we have a big volume. So right now, without processing, we just handpick our samples. The average grade is 99.88. After preliminary processing, we already have 3 nines, 99.9594% lithium. So we need to have the last push. That's what we are working on right now. Another thing I would love to mention, we have done an exploration target range study, or the volume is not a problem. We have minimum at least 10 million tons material. So we have volume, we have potential quality. So right now, the key is to identify what's the high-end applications. So that's where we are right now. I would love to mention about our gold, which I know Carrie loves. We have a gold project in Queensland. We have a small resource by far, but currently we have some high-grade issues we require screening for us to drilling test. So yeah, that's the space. If you're looking at gold, we are going to do some drilling soon, and A8G is our market code. Thank you very much.